I can say to my new Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra, hey, find a keto-friendly restaurant nearby and text it to Beth and Steve. And it does, without me lifting a finger. So I can get in more squats anywhere I can. 1, 2, 3.
Will that be cash or credit?
Credit. 4.
Galaxy S25 Ultra, the AI companion that does the heavy lifting so you can do you. Get yours at Samsung.com. Compatible with select apps. Requires Google Gemini account. Results may vary based on input. Check responses for accuracy.
Hey, Fidelity. How can I remember to invest every month?
With the Fidelity app, you can choose a schedule and set up recurring investments in stocks and ETFs.
Oh, that sounds easier than I thought.
You got this.
Yeah, I do. Now, where did I put my keys?
You will find them where you left them.
Investing involves risk, including risk of loss. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
Hello and welcome to Unequal Sequel.
Extra.
Hello, welcome everyone. We're back.
We are. Well, for you guys listening, it's like we've not been away.
I know, right?
But for us, it's been ages.
3 weeks, Rich, without doing this, I think, at this point. How's that feel?
It feels like a lifetime, to be honest.
Does feel a bit weird, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to our episodes we put out. The Captain America Brave New Boy, Big Bad Boy.
Big Brave Boys. Big Brave Boys.
I hope you enjoyed that and hope you enjoyed our Box Set Mentality episode on Last Blood Rambo.
First Blood. Last Blood?
First Blood. Last Blood is the last one.
Yeah.
Christ. I can do this. I can do this. I can podcast. I can do this. Thank you guys for listening. Hopefully some of you get tempted to check us out on Another Slice. That would be nice.
That would be lovely
of you. But we're back. We're back now. I've been away for 2 weeks in good old Canada. I'm not even going to make a joke about the 51st state thing. So that'd make my mother-in-law so angry. Yeah, I'm not touching that shit. It's a beautiful country and it should be left well alone because all the people are wonderful.
Yes. Agreed.
Okay, we're back. And I keep saying that. How are you, Rich?
I'm good, thank you, mate. I'm tired. I'm getting used to working again.
Oh, he's got a big job now.
I've got a big boy job, yeah.
He had to wear a tie today.
I did.
Is that all going okay?
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's really good. It's a lovely place and lovely people. So, yeah, it's really good.
Well, he has to say that because they might listen. You never know.
You never know. They might listen.
So, also, people at my job, great bunch of people. Okay, and...
Why don't you sound sincere when you say that, though, mate? I'm sincere. Everyone I've met so far has been lovely, but
I'm sure a lot of people at my work are great. Okay, I've just been there for so long now, and there's been such a high rotation of people that I don't really get like chummy with anyone. Really?
Okay, yeah.
If that makes sense, there's a few people I really chat to and that, but they're a nice bunch, but, I do my job, I get out. I don't know what else to say. They're a nice bunch, they might be listening.
This is the difference between working for a small charity like me and a big corporate like you.
Yeah.
There's 15 people in my whole organisation.
Oh, yeah, that's not even one of our sections, really. We are talking about a sequel today. We are not doing a new sequel because it turns out March is a very slow month this year for sequels. And when I say very slow, I mean none.
Yeah.
No sequels are actually released because Captain America 4 was a end of February release. So here we are, scrounging around to see what we can do. And we found something. Thank you for the people who have sending requests. I will pass them on to Rich and see how he feels about them.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that. And hopefully we'll work something out in the future. So thank you very much. But for today, we are doing the 20th year anniversary of Miss Congeniality 2, Armed and Fabulous.
Yes, we are. Because why wouldn't we? I can't believe such a seminal movie isn't being celebrated on its 20th anniversary.
Oh, God. We like to pick, when we do anniversary specials, we either like to go big or we like to be the ones that maybe haven't got love or you forgot about or something like that, or we haven't seen. I love watching a sequel I haven't seen.
True.
Or no one has mentioned at all on the interview episodes. So here we are. It was released. Do you remember when it was released, Rich?
March the 20-something. I don't know, 2005.
It's the March 24th, 2005 in United States.
I wasn't far off.
No, in the UK, it was released in March the 25th, 2005.
Hey, it's one we got, only one day later. That's pretty good for us.
That's pretty good for 2005,
yeah, it is,
to be honest. It is sequel to Miss Congeniality, which was released in the year 2000. It does star Sandra Bullock. The original also stars Michael Caine, William Shatner, Benjamin Bratt. Am I forgetting any other big names from that first one?
Who plays like the boyfriend character?
That's Benjamin Bratt.
That's Benjamin Bratt, is it? I can't think of anyone else.
Ernie Hudson is in this.
Ernie Hudson's in this one as well, isn't he?
Well, I was about to say returning characters are slim for Miss Congeniality 2.
Hey, what's her name? Cheryl. Miss Rhode Island comes back. Yeah.
Heather Burns comes back.
Yep. I think that's it, though, right?
The only returning people are Sandra Bullock, Ernie Hudson, William Shatner, and Heather Burns as Cheryl, Miss America, because she won the title in the original film.
Yeah.
Before we talk about the original film, shall we do the synopsis to this film?
Oh, shit. I forgot I had to do that. Okay. I only watched this a couple of days ago, and I've completely forgotten what happens.
Because it's brilliant.
It's Gracie. It's Gracie, isn't it?
Gracie Hart.
That's a good start. I remember her name. Sandra Bullock's character, Gracie Hart, is struggling with life in the FBI since she's become famous from the events of Miss Congeniality, the first one. So now people recognise her all the time, which means it's quite hard to be an undercover FBI agent when everyone recognises you. So she's taking on a new job as sort of the face of the FBI. I think it's basically what the public face.
That's what it's not. IMDb synopsis says, the public face of the FBI. Yes.
Yeah, that's sort of what what happens, right? And then, Cheryl and I can't remember what his name is, but William Shatner's character, for some reason, get kidnapped. I'm still not 100% sure what that was all about. They get kidnapped, and I'm just going to use the actors' names. And Sandra Bullock and her new partner, played by Regina King, which is fucking ridiculous, have to go and save them. And that's it. I mean, you don't need more than that, right?
Nope. The only other thing to say, this film is set several weeks after the first one.
It's only weeks. Okay.
Yep, several weeks. It was released 5 years after the first one, but several weeks in film time.
Right.
Okay.
Good. Oh, we should say Sandra Bullock and her boyfriend for the first one have broken up, right? They split up on the phone early on. He's not in it.
I'm not quite sure if they didn't want him in it or he didn't want to be in it.
Yeah.
But there are gaps where certain characters should have been back for this one. Michael Caine should have been back for this one.
Yeah, very much so, because the replacement for Michael Caine is not good.
Now, I'm going to read a report from The Independent from the year 2022, and it's when Sandra Bullock was promoting The Lost City.
Okay.
Sandra Bullock has said that her 2000 film Miss Congeniality should not have had a sequel in 2005. Miss Congeniality, Armed and Fabulous. When the 57-year-old actor was asked by Metro if fans can expect a third Miss Congeniality, she said, "God, no. No. Two shouldn't have been done." Bullock said it should have remained a one-off. However, the actor did note that she was glad that the sequel did happen because it teamed her up with Regina King.
Who is far too good for this movie. Like, let's be honest. Sandra Bullock is all right. Like I think she's what she does, she is great. I think she plays that character well, and she knows what movie she's in. Regina King is clearly a fucking star, and is somehow in the worst, like, typecast nonsense, angry black woman role you could possibly imagine. Like, it is ridiculous, and she's better than that.
Yes, a lot of people are better than this film. Had you watched the first one before?
Oh, yeah.
And when had you watched it before?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I can't remember when I watched the first one, but I've definitely seen it, and I've definitely seen this one before.
Oh, have you?
But I can't remember why.
I've never seen this one.
I said to my wife I had to watch it, and she went, "Oh, that's really bad." And I was like, "Oh, have you seen it?" She's like, "No, I just know it's really bad."
I wish someone warned us. I really did. I like the first one. I watched the first time only last year. Miss Congeniality. I watched it.
There's a joke
wanted to watch it
in the first one where Sandra Bullock asks a bartender for another pint, and what she wants is a pint of ice cream. And I still like that. Still chuckle at that joke now.
Still funny. The first one's really funny, and it's got a lot of heart to it. And like I said, Michael Caine's brilliant.
Michael Caine's very good in it, yeah.
Even Shatner's good in it. Sandra Bullock is a star in that first one. It's got this lovely friendship thing with all the girls. It's got a really quite good plot about who did it, who's going to be the killer plot.
Yeah.
It's actually got a seminal plot that
whereas the plot of this one is just fucking not even there, right?
What I can work out is that it's got no Miss like beauty pageant in it.
No,
so
there's no beauty, no, none of that.
What I can work out is that Stan Fields, who was the William Shatner character, he is the one that gets kidnapped, and Miss America's just with him because he's
borrowed a load of money from a loan shark.
But then the loan shark disappears really quickly.
Yeah.
Because of the two brothers, Nick Offerman.
Yeah. Like, I did not realise it was Nick Offerman.
No. Then try and get a ransom. But they're really piss poor at getting a ransom.
Yeah.
And then they just try and drown him at the end.
Yeah. I quite like Regina King as Tina Turner. That's fun.
Oh, God. It's not good, is it? It's really dull. It's an hour and 50 minutes.
It's very dull.
It feels it.
Yeah.
It feels longer.
It's very boring. It's quite...
It's got no charm.
It's got no charm. I'd say quite a bit of the attempts at jokes don't stand up 20 years later.
No.
And what's the guy's name? Dietrich Bader?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
He plays the replacement, I would say, for Michael Caine.
Yes,
so the stylist, is that the best way
the
to
incredibly
describe?
Overly camp stylist, which is definitely not a stereotype we've seen 100,000 times before.
No. He does. Is the word camp it up? Can I say that?
I think he more than camps it up. Yeah. He takes it to almost offensive levels, I would say.
It's not funny. It's not charming. It is really dull. It makes a character the Gracie Hart character, who's very likable in that first movie. In this film, not likable at all. She really loses her way of what that character is meant to be, I think. None of this film is what I thought it was going to be at any point.
No.
I didn't have a problem with it being set 7 weeks later. I did think it would go back to a beauty pageant at some point.
Never does. No, it doesn't. No.
So I'm really not a fan. But happy 20th year anniversary, right?
You made it. You made it to 20 years, and someone's talking about you, so you're still relevant. Just a shame it's us.
We do say, has the film aged well for the 20th year?
I would say no, not well. I think the problem is it's not funny. Like none of the jokes are particularly funny. You're right. doesn't have the heart of the first movie. Like, no one really gets... Regina King's the one that goes through the journey, right? And she's the one who least needs to go through the journey. It should be everyone else listening to her, because she's the one who knows what she's doing. Like, it's like... I don't know. They tried to make her go through the same journey as Gracie went in the last one, but Gracie wasn't tough in the last one. She was nerdy and, a bit of a tomboy. And she learned that being, the women who do beauty pageants aren't just to be sneered at. There are, people who are dedicated to doing stuff. And that was the learning journey. What's the learning journey for this one? Be less angry? I think it's
for the Gracie Hart character.
No, not for Gracie. Gracie doesn't have a learning journey in this one at all. She doesn't change at all. Like, the journey in this one is Sam's journey, Regina King's journey.
To work together?
Yeah, to just be less angry, basically. Just to be less angry. And
did you like the Dolly Parton cameo?
No.
Couldn't believe it was actually Dolly.
No, I was surprised, actually. Yeah, I was surprised. But hey.
There is on Wikipedia, on the production bit, it does say, Sandra Bullock and writer Mark Lawrence initially had no plans for a sequel. While working on 2 weeks' notice, which we have talked about before, Bullock and Lawrence joked about ideas for Miss Congeniality sequel, some of which weren't that far-fetched, according to Bullock. Las Vegas was featured in an early version of the first film, but ultimately was written out of the script. It also, this is quite an interesting comment by Sandra Bullock. I want women to be able to do the same thing that men get to do in comedies and say, that's a comedy. Why does it always have to be a romantic comedy? Why does the girl have to end up with a guy? Yeah. Why can't it just be a buddy film?
I like that.
Now, yeah, but, I agree what she's trying to say. I do. But the first one has got that romantic comedy edge. Do you think it's kind of missing in that second one? Or are you...
No, I don't think it is, actually. I don't think this needs to be a romantic comedy. I think that the friendship between Gracie and Sam, if they made that the main thing of the movie...
If they made them friends earlier, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Like, or they're more enemies and they really hate each other. Because they're not enemies. They're just literally, like, have a little... they don't know each other. They have a little run-in, like, on the first time they meet each other.
That's because they're two women in the FBI, which I imagine
and basically
is
Eddie
quite
Hudson's
tough.
just like, oh, she's really angry, this one.
Have you ever watched The Heat with Sandra Bullock and Melissa McCarthy in it?
I have not.
A Paul Feig film?
I have not, no.
It's kind of like, this film, Miss Congeniality, is kind of the bare bones of that film,
okay.
I would say a little bit. It's there's things in there, tropes that are very similar. The Heat is a lot funnier.
Yeah. Well, this needed more heart, I think, and that's the main thing.
Is that a pun on Gracie Hart?
No, it isn't, but I wish it was. So I think, they needed to be that thing where, they're two people who think they're really opposite of each other.
Oh, yeah.
And then they come together and they realise actually they're more alike than they thought, blah, blah, blah.
Well, a little bit the Lethal Weapon rules.
Yeah, exactly. But that doesn't really happen. And what's his name? Who's the guy? Who's the guy? What's his name? The one who's in like Speed 2. Enrique. Is it Marciano?
He's in Speed. What, the other not semi-love interest?
Yeah, the one who's, I think he's the love interest for Cheryl in the end, right?
He's in Speed 2.
He's in Speed 2, yeah.
Who's he in Speed 2?
He's the... for God's sake, you have to make me remember another shit movie now. He is... I can't remember what his name is. What's his name? Alejandro, is it? Or... It's something stereotypical. He's one of the guys on the ship.
Right, okay.
He's one of the crew.
You'd think those two, Sandra Bullock and Enrique, would probably not do sequels again.
Yeah, you'd think, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd think they'd stay clear of that a little bit.
Hey, it's Bill Simmons from the Bill Simmons Podcast here to tell you about Michelob Ultra Courtside. It's getting fans closer to the NBA with a chance to win prizes like courtside seats, a trip to All-Star Weekend, and much more. Check it out at MichelobUltra.com/courtside. Michelob Ultra Superior Access, Courtside 24-25 sweepstakes, no purchase necessary. Open to U.S. residents 21 and up. Begins on October 1st, 2024, ends July 1st, 2025. Multiple entry periods. Visit MichelobUltra.com/courtside for free entry deadlines, and official rules. Message and data rates may apply. Void where prohibited.
Here at the Almond Joy Factory, where tropical vibes abound, we use soft, fresh-tasting coconut.
The crunchiest almonds and delicious chocolate candy.
Ah, but do you know what our most important ingredient is? Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you don't.
Almond Joy's got nuts and something even way better than that. Yes, Almond Joy is made with almonds and joy.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Fred Warner, linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers. Abercrombie has the new suits you need, plus all the collared shirts to go with them. The Abercrombie & Fitch Collins suit is the only suit you'll ever need for any occasion. Available in slim, classic, and athletic. Pair with a collared classic. Go with a soft, easy-to-wear sweater polo or a comfortable long-sleeve shirt. With so many different fits and fabrics, you can make a look that's completely your own. Add the Abercrombie & Fitch Collins suit and new collared shirts to every occasion this season. Shop online or in store.
It is funny looking at budgets and stuff for this film. So both Miss Congeniality and Miss Congeniality 2 had a budget of $45 million.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. The first one made a cool $212 million.
Nice.
Success.
Pretty good,
I would say, in the year 2000. Do you know what the highest grossing movie in the year 2000 was? It's a very 2000 film.
No, I can't think. Tell me.
Mission Impossible 2.
Oh, really? That's the highest grossing? Oh, that's bad as well.
Very 2000s, a second.
It is very 2000s, yeah. Mission Impossible 2 did better than Gladiator. Yeah. That is criminal.
Well, this is what Mojo Box Office is telling me.
Wowzers.
But it should be updated by that year. Do you want me to tell you the top 10 for 2000?
For 2000? I thought we were going to see 2005.
Oh, I will. 2000 is What Lies Beneath, X-Men, The Perfect Storm, Meet the Parents, How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Dinosaur, What Women Want, Castaway, Gladiator, and Mission Impossible 2. So, very 2000 year. But yeah, Miss Congeniality was the 19th highest grossing movie that year.
That's not
bad. Miss Congeniality 2, what do we think?
45 million budget. I've got a feeling it might have done all right. Not as well as the first one, but I think people would have gone, oh, the first one was all right, let's go and watch the second one.
Yeah.
So I think 140 million?
$101 million.
Okay. That's still a profit, though.
It's still a
not enough one, but not, still a profit.
It made less money than The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Which is awesome.
Which it is awesome, but also was condemned to flop because of the money
it's
it
just so
make.
British as well, isn't it? Like,
I love that film.
I love that film.
It's great. It made less money than Herbie Fully Loaded.
Did it?
Sort of. Cheaper by the Dozen 2.
Oh, dear.
Nanny McPhee. That's a very British film. The remake of Dukes of Hazzard. It made less money of.
Oh, that's bad. Yikes.
Yeah. The top 10 was Hitcher number 10, 9, Batman Begins, 8, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the rubbish one.
Batman Begins was 9. Below Charlie and the fucking Chocolate Factory. The Johnny Depp nightmare fuel.
Did well.
Jesus.
7 was Mr. and Mrs. Smith, 6, Madagascar, 5, King Kong, 4, War of the Worlds, 3, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, 2, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and number 1, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire.
What were we doing in 2005? Christ, there's some crap in that top 10, isn't there?
Yes. I like a few of these films. I like War of the Worlds more than you.
I hate War of the Worlds.
I know you do. I like King Kong more than you.
I think King Kong is fine. I think it's fine.
Batman Begins is great.
Yeah.
Hitch, I laugh at, but you tell me to rewatch it and I won't now, as in because it hasn't stood up to the test of time.
Doesn't age well. No.
We're about to celebrate the 20th year anniversary of Star Wars.
Did you say Attack of the Clones?
Or Revenge of the Sith.
Okay. Probably.
So we're about to do the 20th year of that.
Probably the best of the prequels.
Yeah, maybe we can actually watch that because that'd be fun.
But one of us has to have the higher ground.
It would be you, sir. You can have it. So it only made 101. So I think it was deemed a failure, honestly. Let me just see what it says. Oh, on Wikipedia, sometimes it tells you if they reckon it's a failure or not. And all it says is the film grossed 101 million worldwide.
So not enough to be a failure, but not enough to be a success either. Just in that kind of like, meh.
Yeah. Shall we do Rotten Tomatoes? So do you want to do we'll do the first one and the second one.
Okay. All right, then.
Because, it's always fun to compare.
Yeah. It's fine to do that because I've actually seen the first one. So
yes.
Yeah.
So first one, year 2000, 1 hour 45, comedy/action. Audience. No, critics first.
I was going to say, hang on, we're changing it up. Okay, critics for Miss Congeniality. I mean, it's a 3-star movie, isn't it? It should be getting 3 out of 5s. So I'm going to say 78%.
41%.
What? Really?
Vicious.
Wow.
Vicious.
That's harsh.
Audience score.
Well, the audience score's got to be a lot higher than that, surely. I think it's a well-liked film, isn't it? Like 81%.
69%.
Wow. Okay. I would say that's a 3 out of 5 movie every day of the week.
I would say it's a 3 out of 5 movie. It's got a lot of things going for it. Michael Caine is really, really funny. And Sandra Bullock is great in that first film. They're bouncing off everyone.
And Sandra Bullock isn't bad in this one. It's just everything else.
I think it's just the bones of the idea.
Yeah. It's just the plot, the scripts, the editing, the very, very poor jokes. Anyway,
yes.
Sorry.
Critics.
So the first one was 41?
Yeah.
Well, this has got to be like 12 then. If the first one's 41, this could be like 12 because this is not a 3-star movie and not even close. So yeah, go on. I'm sticking with 12.
16.
Okay. Wasn't far off.
You weren't bad.
All right. Audience.
Let me just do these reviews here.
Okay, yeah.
Could it really have taken 4 years to come up with this? Someone wrote.
I mean, could it really have taken 4 minutes to come up with this?
Takes an interesting concept, a female buddy picture, and wastes it, opting instead of a cliche fish out of the water humour and silly costumes.
Yes.
Definitely. The things we loved most about number 1 were downplayed in favour of the things that weren't all that funny and betrayal of the main character.
That is true.
Through most of it.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It does that thing that we always complain about with bad sequels, is they take all the things you love about the first one and junk them. And it does that.
There's a positive review here. It just says, I think you find this quite satisfying.
Really?
No.
Really? I think you might find it quite satisfying if you're a sadomasochist.
Oh, this is pretty mean. Someone from Atlantic City Weekly. An unfortunate example of what happens when a once popular actress is staring at the downside of her career.
Oh, that is mean.
Fucking don't mess with Laurie.
Wow.
She's mean.
Okay.
I do not agree with that.
No.
Sandra Bullock is a star, and she was then,
and she
is now.
100%. Absolutely.
So, fucking hell. Audience.
Okay. Audience, what, 69, the first one?
Yes.
42.
Oh, so close. 43.
Ah. Was close.
It was really close. Okay, sequel, but not nearly as good as the first movie. 3.5 stars.
That's
okay. 5 star. I love people. LOL, the funniest 1 hour and 55 minutes ever! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark!
Oh no!
Exclamation mark! Starring Sandra Bullock as the first movie's FBI agent who once again disguises into a beauty pageant contestant.
No, she doesn't.
Exclamation mark!
But she doesn't. Like, what movie did you watch?
There's no beauty contest in there at all.
Oh, I hate these reviews from people that couldn't even watch the fucking film.
Terrible movie compared to the first one. 2 stars.
2 stars is about right for this.
Half a star. I like Sandra Bullock, but this movie is a disaster. Number 1 was not that much better.
Oh, it's a bit harsh.
It is a bit harsh. 5 stars. The greatest comedy ever! Exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Exclamation. It goes on for a while.
Is that the same person as the last one?
I don't know. Ashley, I watch this film all the time.
Oh, Ashley, no. No, there are better things out there for you. Don't torture yourself.
Honestly, there's an array of people that really love this film but really don't like it. Such a disappointment after the amazing first one.
Oh dear.
It's all a bit sad because it's not the film I thought I was going. I thought I was going to sit down and watch something quite entertaining and funny.
Do you know what? I thought it was going to be okay. Not great, not amazing, not as good as the first one.
No,
but okay.
Well, no.
Like, you know, I wasn't expecting great things. And then I remembered Regina King was in it, and I was like, this can't be bad. She's like one of the best actresses ever.
I was thrilled to see when she came on screen. I was like, oh, that's Regina King.
Yeah.
Did you spot Octavia Spencer pop up?
No. How did I miss her?
Because this is before she was famous.
Okay.
And Sandra Bullock is signing books.
Oh,
and
right.
a black woman comes up to her and asks, what's your name? And she says, Octavia. That's Octavia Spencer.
Wow. No, I did not know that. I completely missed that.
I was like, oh. What a cameo.
I missed that completely. That's a better cameo than the Dolly Parton one.
So back in 2005, we would have been at university, and normally this question is one of these points is, why didn't we see it back then, or what were we doing? This wouldn't have been our film to watch in.
No, it wouldn't. We wouldn't have gone to the cinema to watch this.
Oh, absolutely
2005.
Not. I didn't even see the first one in year 2000. So
March 2005 would have been what, second year of uni, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So it's not even like we'd have been that busy because I don't think we did any work till the third year. So
my second year was a mess. So, but I would have been knee deep in cider blackcurrant.
Yeah.
And
working 3 jobs and trying my best to get a degree. Yeah.
And trying to get girls to fancy me. So
I think I'd given up on that by that point.
So I can definitely. Oh well, I'm surprised I didn't try and drag someone to a date. Going, yeah, you should go and see Miss Congeniality too. That would have worked, Rich. That would have been a great date.
It would have been a great date. It would have been a great date because you wouldn't have had to concentrate on the movie because it's so bad.
Well, I also like to watch the films when I'm in the cinema, Rich. So,
well, that's why you shouldn't take dates to the cinema then. Dave.
Yeah, I've learned that a few times. Armed and Fabulous. Do you like the name?
No.
While we're here, yeah, it doesn't work, does it?
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work. But 20th year anniversary. Got anything nice to say?
Ernie Hudson's in it.
He is. He is in it. If anyone else is thinking about celebrating Miss Congeniality 2, Armed and Fabulous, don't. Just don't. Don't. That is an hour and 50 minutes I'm never going to get back. It's really dull.
Maybe you should, though. Maybe people should watch this so that they know not to make anything like it again.
Maybe.
If you're an aspiring filmmaker or writer or even actor, editor, anything.
Oh, yeah.
Producer,
actually.
You should watch this movie because you should know what not to do.
It's true. Sandra Bullock, in the same report I read at the beginning, did say the only thing she would like to see in Miss Congeniality again is a prequel of a young Gracie Hart in like high school.
Oh, I would quite like that. Like nerdy Gracie Hart with her snorty laugh.
Yeah.
I'd watch that. I'd go to the cinema to watch that.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
Okay.
Mainly for this podcast.
That is very true at this
but
point.
I still would. I think that'd be fun.
Well, it'd be better than this version. Well, I've just had to sit and watch.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. When we found out this was a sequel, I thought, how bad can it be? The first one's good. I've just watched the first one. I had a delightful time watching it. I'd watch that again. I'm about saying a heartbeat, but maybe not if my wife really asked me. Even she hated this one.
Wow, did she?
So dull. Yeah, so dull. And she's seen it before and she's like, this is a lot worse than I remember it.
You're right, it's dull. That's the main thing of it. It's really dull and forgettable. Like, that's kind of a crime, isn't it, really?
It does show you how good Sandra Bullock is in, because she's entertaining when she's kind of been that. And she is also quite entertaining in Speed 2, okay?
That's true. Oh, Oh, I almost convinced my wife. I think I might have convinced my wife to watch Speed 2.
Why?
For revenge for making us watch Twilight.
That's just fucking mean. That's really mean. Imagine if she enjoys it.
She won't. She'll hate it. She loves Speed. She loves it. It's one of her favourite films.
It's because it's a great film.
She's never watched the sequel.
Because it's a rubbish film.
Because it is a rubbish film. And I was like, yeah, but it's one of those films that's so rubbish. It's kind of fun to sit there and go, oh my God, this is so rubbish. She's like, oh, maybe I'll give it a go then.
I'm through the other side of Speed 2 now. Because I've watched it so many times, I can at least sit there with a smile on my face go, this is awful. But I'm having a wonderful time.
We have watched it a few times, haven't we?
And it reminds me of the good time we spent on getting to know you. So that's good.
Yes.
Rich, see the lovely people out.
Oh, yeah. I forgot I have to do this bit. It's been so long. God, can I remember what to say? Something about social media or something, I think, normally, right? Like, join us over on the old social medias. We're on all of them apart from the bad one. You know, the one that's worse now. It was bad before and it's even worse. So we don't go on there. But yeah, join us on the other social medias. We're on Blue Sky, we're on Threads, we're on Instagram. You'll find us by typing Unequal Sequel into the search bar and it'll pop up. Send us your messages. Tell us what you thought of Miss Congeniality 2, Armed and Fabulous. And
so sorry.
We'll read out your whatever it is you say about it in our end of month roundup, which is next week.
It is next week, yes.
It is next week. That's wild. And also, starting next week, we've got Season 8, Episode 1 coming on Monday.
Yes.
Come on. I can't believe we're on Season 8. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like, it's such a good kick-off to the season as well. You're going to love it. We're not telling people yet, though, are we?
Nope.
No. Oh, you're going to have to wait till Monday. It's exciting. So go to listen to that. Make sure you hit the auto-download button, the subscribe button, and we will drop into your pod player of choice every single week. You won't miss a single one of those interview episodes. So make sure you do that. If you really love us, get over to anotherslice.com/unequal sequel, where for just $2.99 a month, you can join our subscription service. You will have heard an episode from the subscription service last week from Box Set Mentality. When we did the Rambo box set, you can get Box Set Mentality and Disenfranchised and extra bits for all the interview episodes. Over there on Another Slice, it's definitely worth your money. It's only $2.99 a month, and I promise it's a bargain. It's a bargain. Yeah,
good.
I think that's all the things.
I think that's the whole thing. I am hyped for Season 8, Episode 1. It is uploaded and ready to go.
Woohoo.
So that's exciting. It's a very good episode. Can't wait for people to hear it. Send in your thoughts. We'll love to hear them. I don't think we've got anything else to say. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but probably not. So it is a goodbye from me, bye-bye, and a goodbye from him.
Bye!
See you on the next one, sequel to this one. Have a great week. Bye-bye.
I thought of something I wanted to say.
What was that?
The sad Sequelizers news.
I was going to mention the Sequelizers as well.
Oh... Sequelizers is coming to an end. They're doing season 15 and then that's going to be their last one forever.
Our high goal standard of what we try and reach, the Sequelizers. Our mates now, Rich.
I know, right? I know.
Don't be sad that it's ending. Be happy that, you've got all those episodes and you've had all the laughs. And
do you know what one thing we'd be happy about? I think this does officially make us the #1 sequel podcast in the UK.
Yes, it does. Yes!
But good. I will miss listening to Sequelizers because it's one of my favourite podcasts.
It's one of the best film podcasts out there.
Absolutely.
And well done to the chaps, Jack, Tim and Matt. We love you and we think you're great. And we're going to miss you.
Yeah, we are.